So this is just a very, very quick video to show you why it's kind of why waiting for the right moment to buy stock can actually cost you a lot of money. If you look at this graph, so this is for 1 week Nasdaq 100 index, company Elixir, tracking it, right? You see, so in here, I was kind of waiting and thinking, no, 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 the stock is going to drop, but today it just went up again, right? And if you look at the trend, you see it just went up and up, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, surely a dip is going to happen like this in here, you see. But then no, it just went up, and you're like, no, no, surely the dip is going to happen, and then it went up again, right? So you have to understand with things like Nasdaq, with things like mutual funds, like S&P 500, there are times when they can go up for like 3 weeks in a row. It just keeps going up and up and up. Then it just balances, maybe a little bit of a dip, and then it can start going up again. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to buy and forget, because man, it's very, very unpredictable. The thing that's on your side, why it's stacked in your favor, is the stock picking by management is usually extremely good, because you have to factor in that they are charging like 0.33%, I think, or something like, well, it's between 0.20 to 1% of your total fund as a commission for themselves, right? So they are motivated to make sure that you're making a lot of money, because 1% of your money is making money for them, right? So they're very, very driven and motivated to make sure that it's your fund is rising. The second thing why it's in your favor is Nasdaq's historically and S&P 500. They historically like always went up, right? So even if it's going down, you don't have to worry about anything, just buy more of it, right? But this video is about waiting for the right moment to buy is a waste of your time, because I mean, if you look at historically, it can start doing this at any point in time. Do you know what I mean? Of course, you can say, oh, it's going to dip. Yeah, but then it can just keep going up like it did in here. Do you know what I mean? So let's say you were here and you're like, I'm going to wait until it's going to dip. Or let's say you were in here. Well, let's pick a point. Let's pick a point, right? Oh, yeah. Maybe 3 months, okay? Well, let's say you are in here and you're thinking to yourself, no, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the dip, and then it dips, and you go, I think it's going to dip again, and then it just goes up, right? So you missed the opportunity to buy. The problem is you do not know how far it's going to dip, right? It could do this, or it could do this. You don't know. So then it goes up. You see, went down, then up, and just all the way up, right? Hmm. That's 3 months. That's 1 month. Let's say you're here, it dipped, you go like, I think it's going to dip again, it went up. You think, no, I definitely think it's going to dip. Went up. You go, no, no, for sure it's going to dip. Went up. Now it dipped a little bit. You go, no, no, a big crash is 400% coming. Stayed the same. Dipped. You go, maybe it's the right time to buy, right? Maybe it's the right time to buy. Now you made a good decision and it just goes up, right? But let's say in here you said, you know what, I think it's going to dip. It did not dip. Went up. You say, no, 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 definitely a crash isn't coming. Went up. You go, okay, for sure, this time 100% going to go down. And then boom, you missed the opportunity, right? So holding is the best thing you can do, because you will never miss this opportunity, right? I mean, there was a time, I think, where was it? 1 year, I think, right? Yeah, something like this, you see? It just kept going up and up and up and up and up, right? Of course, it dipped again, but then again, it just kept going up, 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 right? Yeah. You see, the main thing is not to miss this opportunity here. You see, because it went up to 38, right, and it dipped to 35. So if you were planning to buy somewhere in here, so you said to yourself, I'm going to wait for the dip to happen. Yeah, but that's looking forward, right? Okay, so let's say you waited, you waited, you waited. Now you think it's going to go down. So it's 34. So you're waiting for the big dip. It never happened. Let's assume, can you ever, let's say in here you made a decision not to buy. So the question is, can you ever again buy at this level? Because you missed this opportunity. Will it go back? So the 34 and a half, right? So you see, yeah, it will never go back to this level again, right? So let's say in here again, a dip, you say, you know what, I'm not going to buy. So this is 35 and a half now. Yeah, you see, boom, again, you missed the opportunity. Yeah, because you see, you should have just purchased in here, right? Like, let's think about it the other way. Even even if you bought it on the high, right? So right now 35 and a half is the biggest high. So it dips, it dips, it dips. You think to yourself, oh my god, I should have waited and bought later, and then boom, goes up to 36, right? So now it's higher than your next. It's higher than you actually bought it, even though when you bought it, it was at the highest. Remember, you bought it at the highest. It's a bad decision to buy at the high, but it still performed, right? It still performed, right? So let's look. Let's say 3 months have passed. You bought it at 35, right? You bought it in here at the high. 34, right? So you bought it at 34.7. So let's look at 34.7. You're on May. Let's look at September. Will it ever be lower than 34? No, you see, it's not lower than 34 anywhere. Let's look at 3 years. Okay, so let's say you bought it at high at 27.8, right? The market crashes. How long does it to recover? You 27.8, right? 27.8. Okay. Yeah, it's already recovered now. So 2 months guaranteed, and you're pretty much recovered, right? So, man, I love this stuff. Honestly, I really, really love it. It's 3 years or 5 years, right? Hey, how come it cannot do 5 years? Oh, it's because it should be able to do 5 years now. Maybe it's trolling me. They were reporting, the Giro was reporting today some kind of glitches, so it's not a big deal. Now, this was COVID-19. What a great time to buy, right? Hmm. So you see, like, this can continue for a very long time. Yeah. So to answer the question, when is the right time to buy? Now. Now is the right time to buy. When you're talking about Nasdaq, right? When you're talking about mutual funds, index funds, the right time to buy is now, right? If it dips, who gives a damn, right? You're in it for 5 years, 10 years minimum. So who gives a damn? You're not planning to sell anyway, right? All right. Take care.